Hello Aries, and welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you are doing well. We are still working through the full moon in Sagittarius energy, which was powerful, big, huge. And if you want to know more about those energies, check out my video, Full Moon in Sagittarius, because it's jam-packed with some good stuff. Currently, we're still working through some transits of Venus, who is now in Leo. Venus and Mars are in they're in a conjunction, but it's far away. They're not a tight conjunction. But masculine, feminine energy, both in Leo. But Venus is opposing Pluto. So this energy is really bringing up our relationship wounds, bringing up power and control dynamics strongly. Pluto is not going to stop trying to evolve us all into our true state. So we also have Mercury in a conjunction to Uranus, which will bring up, they're both linked to the mind, communication and our thinking. Uranus is the Great Awakener. Uranus is unexpected. It can be unexpected upheaval, but this I'm talking about with Mercury, unexpected thoughts, perspectives, communication, truths. Giant, big, aha, I see this in a different way now, suddenly, completely different way. So let's see what comes up for you, Aries. This is a message for Sun, Moon, or Rising in the sign of Aries. Keep in mind these are general messages, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Try not to build a story if it's not resonating for you. Check with your moon, check with your rising sign, check with any of the other signs that may speak to you through the title. And resonance just meaning you feel it. You feel sensations in your body like she's talking to me. So if you'd like the personal one-on-one reading with me, you can book that through my website, which is BeTheChange333.com. That information is in the description box below this video, as well as my other social media accounts and areas to donate if you're feeling generous. Donations are always welcome, and much gratitude to all. Okay. Where are we at? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. We have happiness, the card of happiness. I am aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. So Aries, where are we going with this? Because this has been gigantic life lessons through this last pass from the moon. Fear and love. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck we have failure and blame below that. Most likely the blame is what's causing the failure. So, okay. Obviously, we know when we're happy, when things are going good, we're on the right path. Who's in charge of your happiness, Aries? You are. Nobody else but you. No person, place, or thing. Fear. I realize I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So it sounds like an ego death of some sort, Aries, or just realizations. There's some kind of fear. The universe is really pulling. The great attractor that the moon was just in conjunction with is like a vacuum. You cannot escape that energy. And it's going to bring everything to you that you ran from and tried to escape from, or tried to place blame or project out to other people, places, and things. So you're coming back to face those fears right now, which will open you up to love. The most powerful energy on the planet that we can possess through the heart. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And at the bottom, failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So definitely, as I was saying, we all have had this giant pass through a stream of energy that it's like kind of a whirlwind. It was kind of like a vacuum. You couldn't escape it. It was pulling you regardless, because we had to, I just read this for Aquarius. One of my friends said this and I had to write it down. We limit ourselves by failing to clean out the garbage, meaning the old baggage garbage within ourselves. We end up, you know, we limit ourselves a lot when we stay in that limited thinking, when we're not seeing the good in all things, when we're not able to see both sides of things or from a higher perspective, because everything on this planet has multifaceted. You can look at something at this angle, you can look at it at that angle, look at it from here. Why don't you look at the whole spectrum before you place blame or judgment on anybody or anything? So you're learning. Beautiful. Okay. What are we doing here? Okay. And I'm taking that this has to do with the way you relate to others, within your relationships. I think the universe is really trying to strip you down into a vulnerable place that you do not want to go to. And so the ego is like, no, that's all bad. Stay away from me. But the soul is like, what is it? Maybe take another look. Get in touch with your heart, Aries. Okay. Believe in the impossible. So there's a story in your mind already. It's going, you know, that's never going to happen. That's impossible. It is what it is, and all that yada 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 that the brain loves to, like, we love to tell ourselves. The ego mind loves to tell ourselves. Yet, like I was saying, check out that video on the full moon in Sagittarius, the great attractor energy. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. And it's bringing out all the garbage out of us, especially when it comes to relationships. Relationship wounds, power and control dynamics, vitality. So you know when you're actually in a good, happy place, Aries, is when you have vitality, your true life force energy running through your body, coursing through your veins. You can feel it. You feel alive. You're present with everyone and everything, and you're not in the mind chatter. Okay. And I feel like you got a touch of this vitality in the last week or two. Well, we all did. So we know what it feels like to actually live. Adventure. And there's an adventure waiting for you, Aries. But you have to overcome the fears that are in your way to actually have that experience truly, authentically whole. And it must come from the heart. Courage. You have a fear. And it's not necessarily, it could be a fear of love. It's actually not, nobody's really afraid of love. What they're afraid of is getting hurt or being, you know, rejected or put down or judged or anything like that. To have courage to be in your heart, to see the good in all, to see the love in all, to express love from your heart and receive it. Organization with failure. So whatever happened, it happened within not just one person. This is a group dynamic. There's an organization, or it could just be people that you know. It could be work. It could be a lot of different things that you're feeling like you failed to connect all the way. This could go back to childhood wounds, because when we were children, we experience a lot of mean things and they stick. These are the things that are coming up for healing right now, Aries. So pay attention to what's coming up that does not feel good, because it's actually linked to your childhood wounds. Yes, they get triggered by other people here in the present moment, but it's actually not them intentionally trying to hurt you. Yet your ego will tell you all day long, it's them, it's them. But that's just running. And you can run, you can hide, but you cannot escape yourself. You think it's one person? All right, leave that person to the side. Next person you meet is going to have the same experience. It's going to have the same experience over and over and over again until you get it, until you see like, oh, this is me. This isn't them. There can't be 8 billion people on the planet and it's all of them against me. That might have been a bit of an exaggeration, but I think that came out for a reason. Because I know what it feels like when you're down and out and you don't feel like you can connect to anybody at all. It's a very lonely place to be. Hope. Hope came out in reverse. So I feel like you're trying to get your happy back, your vitality back. But if you don't actually have the true trust in life, in the universe, in yourself, in your heart, you don't hold hope for that, truthfully, then you're just fooling yourself. We can pretend all day long, yeah, I'm happy, this is fun. We can force fun things and have a moment or two of a good time, but ultimately, are you happy all the time? I mean, just breathing air and living. Now, of course, yeah, we can say I'm not happy when I'm breathing in pollution. I mean, it's important to check in with how you're truly feeling and try to get deeper into the aspect of why am I not happy? Try doing it without blaming. Foundation and achievement. Love begins. Okay, this is interesting, Aries. So, as you're on this adventure right now, that's bringing up a lot of fear, being tested to live in the energy of love, you may have actually started to go with it. Like, yeah, this feels good, right? And then bam! We got some obstacles and some challenges here to overcome first. And what's in these obstacles and challenges? Our past baggage, our garbage that we have not released. So it's important to overcome these challenges and obstacles with bravery, with dignity, with grace. Of course, we humans, we don't do that all the time, do we? But look, we have love, love, love begins. I feel like the universe is really cracking your heart open here, but it is going to take courage for you because you're very guarded through this reading. Believe in the impossible. You may have been deeply, deeply hurt in your younger years, in your childhood. You may not even fully be conscious of where it all comes from and may have normalized the way you perceive love, the way you perceive people, your fear. And with the psychic senses really picked up, that can cause a lot more confusion then. Especially if you don't understand your psychic senses because they're linked to the emotional body. It can run amok. I'll tell you what, I have seen more things in this past week with people's emotions and their emotional body than I care to mention. is very real, and I have a lot of compassion for everybody out there going through it, myself included. It is not easy all the time, but the more you can tap into your heart, into love, and receive love from others, the much better it comes. Much better it is. Five of Swords. The Fly. This is karma. It's winning at all costs. You gotta be right. I'm right. You don't want to be proven wrong. It's definitely an Aries trait. A little stubborn. Pride before the fall. So this is telling me, and we have pride, blame. Okay. You get a big boost to that Mars pride. I'm right. I know I'm right. And then all of a sudden the universe is like, oh, are you? Crushes you back down. You fall back down so that you can shake that off and see things as they really truly are. We've all been there. And it is actually a very humbling experience to have. The universe likes to humble us from time to time. Okay. The Fox. The Fox in reverse. So as you're going through the Knight of Wands, as you're going through the obstacles, the fear, the challenges, I see that your passion has been boosted. Definitely when Mars entered Leo. Oh, yeah. Passion, fire, but then you flip it around. The flip side of that passion and fire is drama, intensity. This also speaks of leadership. So in reverse, you're kind of like out of commission when being your own leader or leader to anybody else with this fire. It's all ego pride. So pay attention to that. Knight of Wands. Make sure that passion's coming from the heart and not from the pain, you know? The Hawk. Clear vision, discernment. Black Panther. Okay. Wow. I like this energy for you, Aries. Overall, you are seeing that you have this incredible passion for life, right? Intense love of life. It could be nature, it could be certain things. There's a lot of determination within you. When it comes to opening up your heart to love, it seems to be a bit conditional still. That's where the fear is coming up to block you. Because you're like, I'll love you as long as you're going to be the way I want you to be. If you're not going to be the way I need you to be, then forget about it. When we are all actually part of the same whole. So the importance of the cosmic mirror is to see what is being shown to you by others that is stuck in your cellular memory of your body and needs to be released. I have friends, I have family that love to trigger that stuff out of me, and it's like, but then when I let it happen, I see it and I'm like, thank you. Thank you. That was not fun, but thank you for letting me see that aspect of myself. Thank you for letting me purge this part of myself. Thank you for letting me become a better version of myself again and again and again. And that takes practice, that takes work. Hawk, clear vision. This is rising above things to see from the higher perspective. Well, the higher perspective, from the penthouse of the building, you can see everything all around. When you're in the ground level or the basement, you can't see anything but what's actually just happening right here, right now in front of you, your own perspective, right? So, clear vision. This helps you discern, truly discern, instead of judge. Big difference there. Big difference. I think you're learning. You're learning about that. Okay, let's get into some advice for you. Oh, okay, we're going to do one more. One more. Must be another message here for you. There's something that you want. There's something you want. There's something you want, or you want to achieve, or you want to experience. And there's a big part of you that's like, yes, this is meant. I'm going for this. And then the other part of you is like, no, that's not for me. No, I don't think so. I'm just going to stay here where I know I'm comfortable. But are you happy? The universe wants to take you on an adventure. Are you ready? Page of Pentacles. And you are being prepared as we speak. Releasing the old. Releasing that pride, needing to be right, winning at all costs. And the other aspect of releasing our pain is the big main reason is because my pain will cause you pain. Your pain will cause me pain. Unconsciously, not even intentionally, or sometimes very intentionally. Hurt people hurt people. Do you really want to hurt anybody? Do you really want to be hurt? Let's all get rid of our pain. Let's allow the universe to do what it's doing. Page of Swords in reverse. Not paying attention to the signs, not listening to your own intuition, not paying attention to the synchronicity. You're in this fear. You're in this fear while you're being thrown around in obstacles and challenges right now as well. Because there's an ego aspect of you that's like, no, the way I see it is the way I see it, and that's how it is. Okay? The only reason that we get in, that is a protector, an inner protector. That is the protection mode of the ego. It was developed in childhood also. And so that is the part of you that you need to give more love and attention to. That part of you that puts up that front, puts up that protection, because it is blocking you from love. We have the Hanged One, Seven of Cups in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. Unable to take action, unable to make a decision, unable to use your intuition. You are hung up right now. The universe is trying to get you to see things from a higher perspective. So we've got the Hanged Man. Hopefully you can start to see things from a different angle, a different side. See how his head's like enlightened. Seven of Cups in reverse. Whoa. Not understanding the lessons. It's about the choices and decisions you've made in the past and how they've affected you and molded you and shaped you into who you are now. What you trusted in, what you did not trust in, and what causes you that fear to not trust. These are things, important things to look at, to understand at a deeper perspective. Let's get you some advice, Aries. And please don't forget to like the video. If you are liking this video, I greatly appreciate it. It does help with the algorithms here on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe as well. I appreciate all of you who do take the time to do all this. This is an amazing journey for me to be able to do all of this. I'm really, really getting a lot of pleasure out of it and enjoying helping others. So let's see what the advice is for you, Aries. Oh, I do want to point out as well that just because I'm a reader, because I read tarot, it does not put me up in a higher level of humanness than anybody else. I go through these challenges and experiences too, and I've got to work out my own stuff too. I've been doing this consciously for a long time, but I get pulled out of consciousness from time to time as well. And that is my human experience. But it's important that when I bounce back to wholeness, to my heart, that I share my truth, my lessons, my experiences with all of you, because we're all sharing these experiences together. Okay. So I am in this. We're all in this together, okay? I am in this with you. Okay. advice for Aries, please. I'm really feeling a block. I'm feeling a block in the throat chakra and the heart chakra. You're not for everyone. Interesting card. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. This might be what you're actually afraid of, Aries. You may be projecting it out on others, but it is truly your own stuff that you're afraid of. You're afraid of what would happen if people actually knew who I was, or saw the transparency, or saw my fears, or saw my vulnerability. The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. But it's also filled with those who'll love you fiercely. They are your people. You're not for everyone, and that's okay. Talk to the people who can hear you. Don't waste your precious life. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. They won't ever want what you're selling. Don't try to convince them to walk alongside you. You'll be wasting both your time and theirs, and will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that will take precious time to heal. You're not for them, and they're not for you. Politely wave them on and continue on your way. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. Pulling this card means you're being called to embrace your uniqueness, to own your weirdness, to let the world see who you really are, to reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who is in your presence, to own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of weird as you, can recognize you when your paths cross. I had a feeling this was about relating to others. So this is a strong message for many of you, Aries. Whatever it is that you're going through right now with other people, it is really just trying to crack you open so that you can truly connect, because there are people here on this planet that are meant for you and that are waiting for you to open yourself up to love. So don't fear. Love. That is the message I have for you this week, Aries. I hope this is helpful for you. I'm sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.